All right, highly requested video, Pantry Tour. I already made a video like this. I've saved it somewhere in a playlist, but anyway, I'm going to do updated one because the one I think I recorded like 2 years ago. So this is like under steps pantry shelving that my ex-husband built it for me, just to keep like food that is spare. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so that's how it looks. So there is the front door, the steps, and this is my pantry. So it's like under the step piece. Now, there used to be a place where we used to keep like buggy and shoes and coats and stuff. It used to be a mess. But because we needed an extra food, because we were then a family of 8, we needed an extra place where we could hold food. So my ex-husband popped some shelving for me, made from pallets, and we use this as a pantry basically. So when you open the door, it's automatic light switch, and that's basically how it looks. So it's like a little section. We did the flooring, but obviously he haven't finished there, so I'm gonna have to do the flooring. But that's basically how it looks. Here is some still like bags that kids use like for nursery, which we have to keep it here, and aprons and cooking aprons. But here is the pantry. So that's how it looks. So I've got quite a good amount of stock in here. Lots of people are asking me if I'm rotating the stock, and obviously I do. Most of the things also what I'm buying is on weekly basis, which means if there is a year shelf life expiry date, this ain't gonna expire till like year or 2 years later, which means everything is in expiry date. I'm gonna show you what I've got here just out of curiosity. Maybe some of you want to know what I stock up on and stuff. So I've got here some icing sugar, there's some custard sugar, pasta, vinegar. I've got here always some mayo, ketchup, barbecue sauce, sweet chili sauce, like as you know, sauces that we're going through. Good amount of spaghetti, and I've got this little rack. It's literally the rack where you keep like folders or papers, and I organize my spaghetti in there. Honey, flours, quite a good amount of flour. Now we are a family of 7, which means if I make dinner out of flour, I normally will use 1 kilo of flour. Let's say if I make pasta or anything specifically of pasta. So food by us goes quite quickly. More pasta. Here is small section of pasta, passata, chopped tomatoes. Those are for dinners today. Quite a few cans of baked bean, spaghetti loops, rice. Then what else we've got here? Lasagna sheets, corn, peeled potatoes, like, you know, those baby potatoes that I use, garden peas, more garden peas, coconut oil, coconut milk, tagliatelle, sauces, which is like a pasta sauces, lasagna sauces. I'm gonna sneeze. Pasta sauces, sweet chili sauces, more pasta sauces, more lasagna sauces, some canned fruit like peaches, grapefruit, pineapple. Then I've got tuna, peanut butter, custard, jams, honey, Nutella. That's basically it. Any kind of spreads as well. Then I've got 4 little baskets in here. One is always with potatoes. If I've got any excess of potatoes, I always plop it here. And I've got some onions as well. They are normally loose because they don't like to be in the packaging because they, you know, like go off quicker. Second basket is all with like over spillage of spices. So instead of me running to the shop and getting a spice, I just come up to my pantry and I get whatever spice I need. Next basket is just like those ready packs of rice. Like those Mexican rice and stuff from Lidl, Aldi. Now I normally buy these, let's say if we wherever I've got a takeout and we need rice, or let's say I fancy a rice for lunch or something, then I just get these. And then my kids like those cup shots just on a day or in the evening when they're like bored or they're fancying something and they don't know what they want, so then normally they'll make this, or for lunch. And then the last basket is just those quick noodles for lunches most of the time, and sometimes in the evening when the kids are peckish. Large bag of Tesco, I don't know, what is it, 5 kilo whatever pasta. And I think that's it. That's basically it. I know it seems like a lot. Well, it is a lot that normally people would, but in case of emergency, if something ever happens, I know the kids will be fine. Because there is always plenty food in here, so we don't have to run out to the shops and go and get some. That's basically how we do it. And I haven't started rotating food or stocking up on food since the last year. I've done it, I think, for good 4 or 5 years, I would say, by this point. So it's not something that I started yesterday, because this will cost me, I don't know how much this will cost me, honestly. Maybe it's 500 quid, maybe less. So you gotta slowly build yourself up to it and then just keep going on with it. And now we are a family of 7, so food can go quite quickly. I mean, imagine spaghetti loops. If one of the kids decide they want spaghetti loops for, let's say, lunch, 1 can per child, because the 8-year-old boy, he will just inhale entire can. And then let's say the other one will come up, 6-year-old, and she'll be like, oh, I want it as well. So she will have it. And then the toddlers will share it, which means it's already 3 cans gone. And let's say I don't replenish any the next week, and next week they want it as well. That means 6 cans is already gone within 2 weeks. So things like this can run out quickly. And I know some of you are like, why are you buying more if you've got plenty? Because we are a large family. We are not family of 3. We are not family of 4, 5, 6. We are family of 7. I mean, adults, teenagers, children, and the toddlers. There is a lot of food going in this house. And unless you had a large family, you will never understand where I am. So there you go. That's my pantry. Okay, this is part 2 of my sort of pantry tour. So I showed you my pantry a couple of days ago, and then I'm going to show you where am I storing like drinks and water and crisps and any other thing. Okay, so this is my garage when you enter. And when you look here, I've got entire wall full of shelving. Now, me and my ex-husband did the shelving just before we've separated. So I've got a wall of shelving here on this side. And then on this side, I had another shelving. But obviously, he took this side of shelving. I was left with this side. And I just store loads of bits and bobs. Like there is like wallpapers and shoes. Here is like arts and crafts and some machines that I don't keep in a kitchen. My eldest one, she had lots of beauty stuff as she finished her beauty level 3, which means she had a lot of beauty stuff. So she asked me if she can use one shelf. So we've organized it there for her. And over here, I've got like baskets for crisps, biscuits, and all sort of snacks, toilet paper, my car stuff. Here, when I keep my preservatives, so things that I've preserved that will literally last for years. This sort of garage, I don't know what is it, but even in the summer, it feels quite cool. It's never like hot, steamy. So the preservatives are completely fine in here. And I did some of them like 2-3 years ago, and they are still fine. Over here, I've got the preserved apples that I did like 2 years ago, some of them last year. Some of my like baking tins and birthday stuff. And then over here, I've got more shelving, which I've got like empty jars there for preservatives when I'm going to start doing them at the end of summer. Some drinks, waters. I'm running out of water, which I need to stock up on. And I've got another couple of shelvings, which I don't even use. And right there on top, I've got another shelving with like tools and stuff. So like you see, I've got a lot of storage space, which I'm blessed with. But this is basically how it allows me to buy more food and be able to store it, because I know some people don't have that space. So I'm extremely lucky and grateful that I've got it. But yeah, this is basically that space that allows me to buy more for my family, because one day it may come useful, and if not, then we eat it on a daily basis anyway. So there you go.